how you decide to get to the destination. The destination where you die is the destiny. Where you're born is predestined. Where you die is predestined. The journey you get there, that's the free will.
Wow, that's powerful, Gary. So every death is predestined, period.
100%.
Wow. That's pretty powerful shit right there.
But there is free will. There's 100% free will. That's the only way to explain how both coexist.
Okay. So I don't know if you were here, and you know what, I would love to come back because I have some thoughts on that lately. I've been listening to some speakers around the whole free will notion, and honestly, just I was very hesitant to actually even kind of really. Well, I appreciate you. I'm gonna follow you. Thank you for dropping this knowledge, and I love the whole number thing. It seems wee woo to a lot of people. But I agree. There's definitely patterns, and
Hold on. I'm looking. You used to work at Goldman Sachs.
I did, yeah.
So, Goldman Sachs is called Government Sachs for a reason. They have so much influence. The best part about Goldman Sachs is for the past 14 years, during the Obama administration, they were in the news. They used to be called Government Sachs all day. They have actually got a lot smarter, and now they're not in the press at all. Now all everyone hears about is the crypto. They've gotten very, very smart.
I think BlackRock is up there. BlackRock and Vanguard.
Yeah, they're right there too. They're right there too. The difference is, Goldman Sachs will deal with a little bit shadier people. They took Gaddafi's money, stole it from him, and then the U.S. military took care of the rest.
So I think when you're talking about the worst economy ever, is like that final burst.
I think it's going to be close to Great Depression levels. The only difference is we have social services now when we didn't. So you're not going to have the massive hunger or stuff that you did then. And the difference is the Great Depression lasts a while. I think the rebound is going to be 2024 to second, third quarter, and it's going to be fast too. Like the economy is going to overheat probably 2024, 2025.
Listening.
All right, up next we got Luke Reddy. Luke Reddy, you're up next.
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead, Luke.
What's up, Gary? So, me point, right? See what Andrew, hey.
Bring the smoke.
Would you agree? Most of his message is positive, no?
Okay. Okay. What are some positive?
You gotta go a little deeper than that. Then telling me a guy who tells you to lift weights. I mean, okay, I'll go out here and tell you to lift weights too. So will Cat. What's up? What else is positive?
Take responsibility.
Responsibility. Okay. Did he take responsibility for robbing Chinese immigrants when he was in the UK? He actually said that many times, that he would specifically rob Chinese immigrants because they wouldn't know how to communicate to the police. So did he take responsibility for that?
He didn't. I didn't know any of that now, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Oh, you didn't? Oh, of course you didn't hear about. Did he take responsibility for taking people's crypto accounts and destroying them when he was selling crypto courses for $27.99? Did he take responsibility for that?
Well, he's in jail now, so I suppose he got a bit of karma, didn't he?
I mean, he's not in jail for that. What he's in jail for is a trumped-up charge. He's in jail for trumped-up charges, but does the karma he took, does he deserve jail for that? That's a whole different debate. So again, I want people to understand the type of person I am. I'm not here trying to buddy with Logan Paul or KSI so we can team up on this clown Tate. I don't like those guys either, okay? And I'm not trying to be friends with Tate's enemies just because they're his enemies. Fuck them too.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm also a big fan of yours, but you know what I mean? Like, I think, to be honest with you, it's really, really hard to disagree that numerology works with all the shit that you're coming out with. You know what I mean?
I mean, of course it's hard. If you have any shred of intelligence and you have common sense
Yeah.
and you just look at the basic stuff, it's going to make sense. If you have a low IQ, then you're going to call me low IQ.
But come here,
I
just
get it.
see if your family is like all my family is master numbers. Yes, I have my two brothers. One of them's an 11, one of them's a 33. My ma's a 33, and then my dad's an 11. Does that mean anything? Like if everybody around you is a master number, or is it just only
Yeah,
you?
it also happens to rural family, but they do it on purpose. You know, my first child's an 11, but I had him cut out on purpose.
Yeah, man.
So if you actually have that happen, and that's basically happen without it being planned, yeah, then I'd say you probably have a lot of old souls in your blood, and they get reincarnated within the same family. That would be my interpretation. Unlike the numerology and astrology, I can't guarantee that's the fact. I'm just giving you my interpretation, which I believe is extremely accurate based off all the stuff I did, but I couldn't say this is 100%. So
Yeah. But yeah, the thing is, right? So everybody in my family is a master number except me. But my mother always said I was an old soul. She just always kind of had that feeling. But I'm only an 8 life path.
well, if you're only an 8, then go get your bag, brother.
Yeah. So
Go get your bag. What you waiting for?
what would 1st of April 2001 be? That's the year of the snake, isn't it?
2000. What year?
2001.
Yeah, that's a snake. That's definitely a snake. But anyways, my friend, I got the signal from Kat. It's time to pull the plug. I hope I helped you out. Next.
All right, so Ansel G, you're up next. Ansel. So Ansel Garg, you're up next.
Yep. Hi Gary, how are you?
How we doing? So, just so you get the rules straight, I'll talk to you for a little bit. But if I think you're, I'm gonna have to hold my weight in the conversation. If I don't think you're carrying your weight, it's going to be a short conversation. Like the Goldman Sachs lady, she was interesting. So I'm looking for the same sort of effort from you. Let's go.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you that some people recommend wearing gemstones and other stuff.
You gotta speak up. Number
Yeah,
one.
your mic sounds like it's underwater. You have to can you turn up a little bit?
My birthday is November 22nd, 1999. I wanted to ask if month or the some of the year plays any influence in person's reading or stuff. Like mine is
Well, if you're born 11/22/1999, that makes you a 7 life path.
right.
That makes you extremely intelligent. It also gives you master number energy, so you're good at building. What you're building is up to you. That's that free will thing, but I'm just telling you what you're good at.
Right. And also some people recommend wearing gemstones and doing other stuff and like changing.
Yeah, there's no doubt that gemstones have an effect. Make sure they're real, not synthetic. Make sure you've cleansed the energy before you use them yourself, and that will give you positive results. But I'm not here to sell you crystals. That you could figure that out with someone else. Gary ain't gonna cover that shit.
Right. That was it. Thank you for that.
Yes, sir.
All right, next we got
Hold
Dylan.
on 1 second. Emperor Chariot, anything to add? You can just step in anytime you want.
No, man, just sitting back listening to the show.
Hey, lazy motherfucker, don't want to fucking contribute.
Making us cats, man. The lazy cat turns in my head sometimes too.
He doesn't want to contribute. He's like, fuck that.
Because in Emperor's eyes,
No
he's
free
one of
knowledge
those,
for all you motherfuckers.
There you go.
yeah, no,
There you go.
spiritual communist.
There you go. No, he said no free knowledge, so he's definitely that complete opposite of a spiritual communist. All right, let's get the girl in here.
All right, see, Kyara. I hope I'm so famous. If I
Kiara. It's
Kiara, I
Kiara.
slaughtered the names. Go ahead, you can go.
Okay, so I just wanted to start off with I believe in the numerology and all the things that you talk about. I haven't really learned much about myself about it because I don't know where to go for it. It's hard to kind of look it up online. But my birthday is May 19th, 2002. And I just wanted to know your like opinion on
You're a one life path, and as a one life path, that means you're a female, but you have male energy. That doesn't mean you're a transgender. That means you just think like a guy.
like yeah, that's
Yeah, you think like a dude, man. You know, you're not on that mushy feeling shit. You know, you're not as sensitive as most women. As a matter of fact, you're much more direct. Some people might consider you an asshole because you don't have no tact. You're gonna tell people exactly what you think. Does that make sense to you?
it makes sense, but I feel like it comes from like me being more smart than most women. Like I
No, no,
think
no, no,
all
no, no.
guys.
Hold on. What you think is irrelevant. I'm telling you what it is. You're extremely alpha. Look at that. You're already arguing with me. That's what ones do. They argue. That's what they enjoy. You argue for sport. You won't actually enjoy that. Most women do not enjoy arguing. Most women enjoy talking shit behind people's back. You're very direct. You're also stubborn as hell. So you might take my advice or you might not. But if there's anyone you're going to listen to, it's most likely going to be me. But you're a stubborn person. And I'm not saying you're not smarter than most people. You actually probably are. When you're probably smarter than most women. There's no doubt about that.
No, I do.
But yeah, I'm sure you do.
I agree with what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, you're also gonna have like one of those. Either you're gonna have a very skinny or athletic physique. It's gonna be one of those. You're not gonna be fat, that's for sure. So when it comes down to it, you can tell that all by that numerology. And I could probably also tell you come from a broken home, most likely, and you had to grow up quickly. Look at that. I knew that too. I knew all of that based on your birthday. So again, numerology is the most exact science there is. And when it comes down to it, yeah, you can't learn much in that bullshit websites. But I just gave you a little bit of education, so I hope that helps.
Yeah, thank you. And I also wanted to say, like, my opinion on the whole Tate situation, and this might refer back to what you were saying, how like I think like a male, but I kind of agree with what Andrew says. I I agree with a lot of the stuff.
You actually just agree with what I said because I said women think like dudes, and you agree with Tate. So I'm not.
No,
We're cool. We're cool.
What I was gonna talk about though is how I agree with a lot of the stuff that Tate says. I just wanted to get that number stuff out of the way first.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
You ain't offending me. You ain't offending me at all.
No, but
The fact of the matter is, when I get his platform, I'm going to do a lot more good than he did.
I agree, and I think it's a whole image thing, and how he's good at that, and he's good at selling what he does, and it's all a money thing. Like, you know, he's selling his course and everything, but I think it does make money because of like society today, how like they want people to be okay with being fat, and they want people to be okay with transgender and all
You
that shit.
definitely sound like a one. You definitely sound like a one, man. Listen, I completely agree with a lot of stuff you say. I will give you one more piece of advice before I let you go.
Yeah.
Don't have too many girlfriends. They're not going to like you.
I do have girlfriends though.
Yeah, they're going to stab you in the back, girl.
Why do you think that?
No, I'm telling you right now, they're going to stab you in the back.
Because I'm too little for them.
There you go. You should be more friends with guys than actual girls, man. But you know, just make sure they're platonic mostly, because guys don't respect you after they get that little candy cane, if you know what I mean.
I actually have been with the same guy for 5 years now.
Oh, I like you, girl. I knew I liked you for some reason. That's good shit.
And I don't know if this is too personal, but I only have one body, which is him.
Damn. You sound so much more attractive now.
Yeah, so I don't know, I might have came off differently, but that's actually the type of person I am. I've only been with one guy. I don't talk to other guys other than like his friends, but I only have girlfriends, so it's kind of weird that you're saying that.
No. I didn't think you had a boyfriend. If you have a boyfriend, I misjudged. I should have not gave you that advice. I'm going to give you completely different advice now.
Yeah.
Don't be around any whores.
Yeah. That's also why I agree with Tate and how he's saying how women's body counts do matter and all that shit. Like, I agree with that type of stuff, you know?
I was saying that shit before him.
A lot of people say it. I feel like he's just bringing it more to the light, you know?
He's just saying it to get his bag.
Yeah.
That man does not give a fuck about any of you.
He doesn't. He human trafficked girls, you know, like.
I don't actually believe he did that.
I think he did that webcam stuff.
Of course he did that webcam stuff, but he didn't
that's
actually.
basically human trafficking.
How is he trafficking women if they're doing it freely?
They're doing it freely. So human trafficking could be doing it freely too, like being a pimp.
So wait a second. If you have sex with a man and you want to have sex with him, you can't just go back later and say it was rape.
True. I just see it more in a sense of like of it being escorting or prostitution. Like
how is he escorting prostitution if this is webcam? Unless Magic Mike got some new tricks and he can do it through the camera. I never seen no shit like that.
Women exposing their bodies to men for money, which I see
that is horrible. That is reprehensible. If I ever get in a position of power, I will shut down porn. But he didn't do anything illegal.
No.
So why should he go to prison when the Clintons are out here offing people?
He's not even. I don't think he should go to prison.
Okay, I think we're in agreement. I don't think he should be in jail right now. I would rather.
He's not in jail. He got swatted. He's not in jail.
I heard he got 30 days.
I don't know. He made like a video recently.
Well, yeah, but those videos all could have been set up. Has there been any activity from Tristan Tate's account?
I don't know. Probably not.
Can people check right now and see if there's been any activity from Tristan Tate's account?
It makes sense though how it could all be set up and how he has these videos planned. Yeah.
Yeah. But you see, they would do that for Andrew, but they wouldn't do that for Tristan.
Yeah.
So that's why you go to Tristan's tape and you see if there's anything there, because trust me, Tristan is cockier than Andrew. He will be up there running his mouth that, oh, fuck the police, they didn't do this. So if there's no activity from Tristan's Twitter, I promise you he's locked up.
So you think it's just on some false charges? Like it's like
yeah, they just want to hold him for 30 days, man.
Do you think it could also be for like more clout to put him more in the light again?
You know what? I thought that this might be all bullshit and all.
If you've seen the videos
no. Hold on. I thought this could be all bullshit and this is all like some nonsense and but if they did that, then they're the ones who started promoting my tweet and they had Fresh and Fit put me on. There's no way this man would give me all this clout. I can assure you there's no way this man would give me all this clout. Because even if he fucking says it's a fucking setup and all, he's going to give me like fucking 250,000 followers. He's not going to do that. He's just not going to do that. So here's how I know for a fact it wasn't a setup. When Fresh and Fit put me on, I can be, because see, that dude messages in a WhatsApp with Tate every single day. If he told people, if Tate was on, Tate wouldn't have told him never to give me any clout like that. I can assure you, because I know how this guy thinks. Yeah. So by the fact that they put that up there, that means they couldn't contact Andrew. And the reason they couldn't contact Andrew is because he's locked up.
Makes sense.
All right. Thank you so much for coming up. Dylan, you're up next. Go ahead, Dylan.
Hey, can you hear me?
Dylan, let me ask you a question. When she said that when she said she was been only one other guy, didn't that make her sound so much more attractive?
Oh my gosh, of course.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Ladies need to understand this. Some of the stuff that he was talking about is extremely real.
100%.
Body counts matter, girls.
It matters. I don't.
Body counts matter. I mean, I don't even want to be near a whore, much less touch her. They're mostly all bipolar. I mean, think about it. Almost everyone here. Yeah, almost anyone here almost everyone in here knows a whore. Ask yourself, is she not bipolar? Does she not flip on you? And that's what happens with the fucking whores. They're all bipolar.
They're
Anyways,
unrighteous.
go ahead with your point, man.
Listen, Gary, I just found you out through your TikTok, that one that blew up about exposing Tate's kids. It's funny. You were talking about it. You got a lot of outreach, a whole bunch of new faces coming to check you out, and I saw your title. You support Tate. Oh, pardon me. If you support Tate,
He could have done the right thing. He didn't. I took my clout. Doesn't matter.
yeah, sure. And my question is, if you agree with 80% of his talking points, why wouldn't you let him have his voice? Let him get his outreach.
Because he crossed the snake. That's why.
Well, that too, but yeah, he crossed me.
Yeah. So this is personal, but
he crossed me.
That's totally understandable, but that's between you two. But for the mass majority, wouldn't you want him to get the message?
He completely tried to destroy me when I got suspended, and he was dancing on my fucking grave. We're not good. No, now it's my turn. And if you notice, when he was taking victory laps, talking shit about me, I'm still said I don't think he's guilty. I'm not pushing anything. I just have contacts and no one else has, and I'm the best in the world at what I do. So yes, I was able to figure out when it was most likely this guy was going to get knocked, and he should have just gave me my clout. Now I'm just going to take it.
Sure. Yeah, no, I thank you I understand that. And my second thing, so why does the media come out and expose him for the corruption? If you say that he's this corrupt guy, he pulls all these money scams. The only thing they come out and say is misogyny. He's a woman abuser. He hates women. Women can't drive. Why won't they come out with the stuff you're saying?
I'm a misogynist.
Sure.
I'll openly admit it, and I'm telling you, most of the women who are listening with me right now, based on what I'm saying, have no problem with me, because there is a difference between a woman and a
whore. You saw how they persecuted Trump. The Russia.
I don't give a fuck. Dude, let him do that to me. Let him try that with me. I want the heat. Let them try that with me. I'm not Trump. Trump is not a very intelligent man. Okay? Trump is a man who has an aura of authority, but he's not the most intelligent man. Tate has a lot of charisma, but Tate needs props. He can't do it himself. He's not good enough to just do it himself. He needs props. I don't need any props. I don't need anything. And the difference between me is I might be a misogynist, but I'm not a disrespectful fucking piece of shit like him. He's extremely disrespectful. I do not disrespect women. I only disrespect whores. Big difference.
Really? Well, I mean, I think the thing with Tay with me is that, like, the stuff he's saying, dude, get in the gym, be disciplined, better yourself. That all sits well with me.
Hold on, dude. Hold on. Go to the gym. Be disciplined. Rah. Oh, I just did it too.
That's perfect. But I don't understand why you wouldn't want that message out there.
I already told you he crossed me.
Yeah, I guess, but see,
these people love Tate, man. I swear. I mean,
you can say I'm dick riding Tate, sure, but I mean, if I'm seeing something that I agree with and that I think that should be spoken out,
that's cool. So let me ask you something. How old are you?
I'm 15.
You're 15 years old. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. No, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything, dude. I'm not going to say a damn word to you about that. You're 15 years old. Have you ever had one of your boys turn on you?
I mean, of course. I've moved around.
Stop. So, have you ever got out your way to help somebody, and then that same person stabbed you in the fucking back?
Yes.
Okay. So you have, even at 15, you had something like that happen. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna say the same thing you said to me. Wait a second, you agree with most of his message? Yeah. I do. So you probably, the person who stabbed you in the back that you helped, you probably agreed or had a lot of the same viewpoints that he had, didn't you?
Yeah, I see where you're going. This is yeah, I
Okay,
agree.
okay. I just boxed you in the corner. So now you tell me I'm wrong.
See, the thing with that is in my religion, I'm a Christian. I believe in God, and
Ah,
I
yo,
don't know what I don't know what I
I'm
don't know
not
what the
I'm
thing
not
is.
I'm not a turn the cheek Christian.
Sure.
I'm not doing that. I mean,
I mean, the thing with me is I believe in forgiveness and second chances.
you're willing to give the CEO of Pfizer and Moderna, the people who went out there and lied to people, who got people killed. You're willing to give them a second chance.
See, the thing with me is that's not my role. That's God's role to
No,
judge his people on Judgment Day.
I didn't say
And
anything.
listen, Gary. Me
Hold on, hold
personally,
on. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything about God's rule. I'm asking
sure,
you. You forget about God for a second. He
sure,
gave you free will, did he not? So I'm
yeah.
asking you to use that free will and tell me, sir.
Okay, as a human, of course I fuck these dudes, bro. I never took the vax. We saw right through
Ah,
it, but that's because
okay.
I'm human.
So the right thing that you even said is to get even, but because you're a turn the cheek other Christian, what do you want to do with them? Just give them a slap on the wrist? Tell me
No,
what do you want to do? Tell me.
dude, you got it, dude. These guys need to be locked up, bro. This is
Locked
not
up, huh?
this is unacceptable. It's
This is
unacceptable.
unacceptable. I'm glad you feel that way. Did you take the sir?
Hell no, Gary.
Okay,
I
so
don't live my life in fear. We saw
you didn't
right through
take
that.
the
We saw
you
right
didn't
through that.
hold on. You didn't take the. Did
No,
you have any? Did you have friends of yours that took the vaccine?
100%. Of course, I have
Oh,
family that took the
your
vaccine.
friends are gonna die. Your friends are gonna die,
Well, we
and
all are
those
gonna die
people,
too at
and
one
well,
point.
yeah, no, they're gonna die a lot sooner than you, and it's not gonna be from natural causes. So let's not go there. So the fact of the matter is, your friends are gonna die. You had the sense not to take the, but now you're gonna turn the other cheek. Oh, let's just put him in. Let's just put him in jail, so some court can overturn their conviction in a couple years
It's
on
corrupt. It's all
some
corrupt, bro.
corrupt. Oh, so why not put him in the fucking guillotine?
I mean, that's how they did in the old day. Why
Oh,
not?
you're laughing. You know why you're laughing? Because you know I'm right.
No,
No,
I
no,
mean,
you're laughing.
Gary,
No,
Gary.
let me throw
I
some
agree with you,
psychology
bro.
at you. You're laughing because that's a defense mechanism right now. Because you know I'm right. That's why you're laughing.
Yep. I mean, I thought numerology was above psychology.
100%. But I use both.
You're good. You're educated, bro. I'm trying to learn. I'm learning my way.
Okay, bro.
But I
I'm not
mean,
gonna. I'm not gonna go out on you. You're a pretty smart 15-year-old kid. I'm not gonna destroy you here. You're doing pretty well for a 15-year-old kid.
well,
You knew not to take the. All I'm gonna tell you is this. My message of exercising your brain is a lot more important than his of exercising your chest. I promise you that.
well, when I see different things, there's always going to be new people that come up, influencers. I want to create my own independent thought and create my own
Of course you
opinions. I
should.
don't want to.
As you should.
I don't want to dick ride, bro.
As you should.
So,
As you should. You should
And I
never
got
dick
one
ride.
more question, Gary.
And
If I
before you have that question, I want people to understand something. I don't ever want to be worshipped. I don't ever want to be called some kind of a star or anything like that. I'm everyone's teacher. I'm just the 33. That's it.
That's great.
Go ahead,
That's
brother.
good stuff. If I tell you my birthday, can you give me some insight? Because I'm new to this numerology stuff and
Just give me
astrology.
the
Because
birthday.
I've never
Just give
seen
me.
it really. But
Hold on. Just give me the birthday. Don't sell it. Give
all
me the
right.
birthday.
I'm 07/29/2007.
Oh seven. So July 29th.
Yeah, July 29, 2007.
July 29, 2007. Of course. That makes perfect sense. You're extremely adapted to your environment. You're also extremely emotional. So even though you're a young kid, you're an old soul. You've been reincarnated quite a few times. That's why you do have an element of charisma. You're going to have to put a lot more work in. But I like what I saw, what I was hearing out there because you do have that 11 energy. The thing is, control your emotional energy and don't let it control you. That's pretty much your key to life. Yeah, and watch
You're
out
saying
into
that as in like anger and like sadness, like fear.
anything, brother. Don't make decisions when you're, out there wild. You got to burn off that emotional energy.
Gary, I appreciate it. I'm gonna keep following you. I saw you posted about that KSI thing. You said KSI's gonna get knocked out. I don't really like KSI. I just watch his videos, because he's pretty
Man,
funny. But you
that
know what?
that
I'm ready,
that
dude. I'm
that
ready to
that
see it, bro. I'm
that
ready. I want to see this dude.
okay.
I
Sounds good.
appreciate it.
Sounds good.
I
Yeah,
appreciate it. Thank you for the
All right,
discussion.
thank you,
yes,
Dylan.
sir.
Thank you
Take
so
him down
much.
now. Now about KSI, that bitch ass bleep is gonna have a glass jaw as soon as the year of the cat hits, man. He's gonna have a glass jaw. He might not get knocked out this fight because it's not in cat year yet. But whatever fight he takes in later 2003, I'm definitely betting against the chump.
All right, up next, we're gonna let Queen J go. If she's had her hand up, we'll let her go. Go ahead, Queen J.
Hey guys, so can you hear me?
I
Loud and
mean,
clear.
we're talking to the queen. Thank you for gracing. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. What's good?
So I completely agree about the right, and I 100% believe that we are definitely in this simulation. And the weather is so controlled these days. I'm out here in Texas, and you see chemtrails, and it's usually hot here, right? During even the winter times, it's not really cold at all. And when you see them, they spray these chemtrails in the air. It just like ices up the next 2 days. And it's crazy to me how like nobody notices any of these things. Nobody notices what we eat is poison. Nobody notices like Nestle owns everything. It's like what they put in their babies' bodies and everything. Like it's really bad. It destroys people. And for them, I made sure everyone I know, I did everything I could to prevent everyone from getting vaxxed. And the one person who did get vaxxed, which was my grandma, she recently like almost passed because of some heart issue right after it.
So
And
so hold on. How old are you?
I'm 22.
What's your birthday?
May 23rd, 2000.
Okay, May 20. Yeah. I felt that. Um. So how did you convince your people at such a young age, where people don't usually take other people seriously, not to get the? Who did
I
you convince in your family?
everyone, my mom, my dad, my sister, I convinced them not to give it to my little brother. I even convinced them against the flu shot. And I'm diabetic. My doctors are always like, "Oh my God, if you don't take it, you're gonna die. You're gonna be the first one to die." And I'm like, "Really?" Because I haven't caught once. I told myself I wasn't. I swallow raw garlic every day, within pill form or the actual garlic, and I'm perfectly healthy. Like everything is good. But I convinced them by like explaining to them like, "Hey, the government is not for you. They're against you." It was like put to break you down and to make you stuck in this like jail cell. And it's like, how do some people not believe that and some people do? Is it like
Who's
because of their birthday?
who's a strong influence over you in your life? Your dad?
No. um I would say certain actions my parents took caused me to be this way, like very rebellious towards them, but not in a bad way, just like in the way that I think, because they're strict Muslims.
That's all I need to hear. That makes perfect sense.
Really?
I'm gonna assume you have a very low body count as well.
Yes.
Of course. Listen, I'm not gonna spend too much time talking with you, but I'm extremely proud of you. I'm gonna have Kat. Please get in contact with him. He's gonna give you a free month of GG33 Academy because in my mind, you're a hero. If you actually did what you did, you're a hero. If not, you pulled some good game,
No, I
and you
definitely
can. No, no,
did.
no. I'm just saying, if not, you pulled some good game, and I respect that too. So if you pull a good game, I respect it. If you did what you did, I respect it even more. Regardless, I'm gonna give you a month of GG33 Academy. Please contact Kat. Kat, you'll take care of the rest. Correct?
Yes, just send me a
Thank
DM
you
and
so
we'll get it
much.
all
Oh my
taken care
God.
of. We'll iron out all the red tape. Just send me a DM.
Yeah.
We'll take
Yep.
care of it.
Okay,
So
I'll
you
send you the
got
right
you
now.
got 1 month for free, and
Oh
again,
my
I
God.
consider you a fucking hero.
Thank you so much. And it's
And,
100% true.
and as a woman, you were able to convince your mom and dad, and you're just a little girl. No offense, that's extremely offensive. That's extremely impressive. It really is. You're an impressive young lady. I know you look good,
Thank you.
based off your birthday. All I'm going to tell you is be a real female pimp, and don't let these guys get shit off you.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Kat.
Thank you.
Take care of her. Impressive talking to you. Who's next?
All right, we got I think Mantas. Mantas, you're up next. Go ahead, Mantas. Mantas, can you hear me? I don't know if my mic's working.
Hello, can you hear?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
I just want to know get my number is like 33 11 11 11. Can you
If you're born 11/11, that means you're born in 2011. Is that what you're telling me?
no my birth is 5th of June 93.
You're definitely 33 and a pure one. How are we doing today, my friend?
Yeah, I'm just I was able to literally see through things since childhood, and like probably since 8 years old, and like the world like literally always freaked me out because I would see people doing things, and something deep in my heart would tell me that it's wrong, and it's literally always confused me. And
Hold on, sir. Well, first of all, what country are you from?
Lithuania.
Lithuania. Okay. Um, what is your special power as a 33? What is your gift that you're able to do that few other people can?
um I can see through people very easily. I'm working with people as well, but
What do you mean you can see through people?
um how it might sound weird, but I can see roughly how damaged the person is. I don't know how to explain, but it's like people have like auras, and some people have low auras. Some people have higher auras, and
Okay, so what can you tell by you can't see me, but you should be able to hear my throat chakra. What can you tell by me?
well, what can I tell you? You sound like solid. I can feel the way you talk, the way you present yourself is sound. I couldn't question or say anything wrong about you, but majority of people isn't like that. And like literally all my life I was surrounded by like everything, like literally every single person snaked on me, and it's just weird. It's just um it's like it's almost impossible to find normal people at this point, because like
No, brother, it's not impossible. I created, when I was young, I created GG33 because I had no one to talk to. So I
yeah,
decided I would teach people, and now I have people to talk to.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, you're doing well. I just found you, couple days ago, but I was like unpacking this thing and start seeing numbers, past couple years, and just my consciousness constantly shifting and from progressing. And the thing that I'm working with people, and the way I'm thinking that I could help them to to develop to the higher level. But what I see from astrology, it you can't like you can't, how to say, everyone has their own way, is it? It's not like every person can reach if they already conscious about what's going on, that they can reach certain heights of the consciousness, and that they can see through things that easily. Because I was thinking that I could really help people. They can work themselves up and achieve it. But I think I was wrong. I think, and I truly got interested in like studying numerology or whatever it's called, because it all makes sense. And
All
yeah,
right, brother.
All
All
right.
right, brother. I understand your story. We're starting to lose listeners, so we're gonna move on.
Yeah, we lost like 25.
But here's the thing, brother. I'm gonna give you some advice. You're a
yeah,
rooster. Lay low next year, and what I mean by next year is after the 22nd. Things ain't gonna go away whether you're 33 or not. Remember that. Don't try to beat the system. Just try to lay low. And secondly, sir, I think you could do some damage in this world. I understand English is not your first language, but you got to get better at articulating what the hell you're saying, because if you don't, it doesn't matter who you are. It's just not going to work. You got to get better at that. I understand it's not your first language, but я могу говорить по-русски, я могу сейчас говорить это все по-русски тоже. Говорю, кто ты, я это каждую вещь могу говорить. Не так же хорошо, но я могу это делать. So I'll switch it up on you and I'll talk Russian too.
Okay.
And my Russian is a lot better than your
Yeah.
English.
Yeah. That's fact. Yeah.
All right, my friend. Now
Thank
you have
you.
your mission. Kat, who's next?
All right, we're gonna go with weaponized snooze. Weaponized news. What's up?
Hey, how you guys doing? Can you hear me?
Marvelous. How are you feeling?
I'm fired up about Gary's coming out hard against these. I was banned from Google, YouTube, Facebook for telling people don't take the. So I'm pretty pissed off about this whole government censorship bullshit. And another thing, Gary, I don't know if you're aware. You probably are. They're still killing people in these hospitals with the COVID-19 protocols, giving them remdesivir and other drugs. If you go into the hospital, you test positive, they run you through the whole system until you get on a ventilator and they kill you. They're making like almost $500,000 off of each person. So I wish that you would share that with your audience, please.
I mean, listen. Every time the government, it made it. I think it was one of their the Biden bills, or maybe it was one of the Trump bills. I don't recall. Someone died, and it was a coded death that the hospital got money. So, I mean, that's nothing new. Listen, I believe that people are dying of heart attacks, but it's actually dying of because if you have a bad heart, you take the it's just going to kill you that much sooner.
Yeah, shit's poison. It's a bioweapon. We need justice. Screw that turning the other cheek.
I completely agree. I'm not going to settle for just giving our rights back. That's not good enough. I'm not going to settle for that garbage. People need to be held accountable, and we need to make people feel very uncomfortable until they are held. Because here's the thing: if not the people who are unvaxxed, but if the people who are vaxxed start getting pissed off and start marching in the streets with us, these people are going to have to give us our pound of flesh. What I mean by these people is the Rothschilds. No one's going to take them down, but we can take down their puppets. And I explained why that's important in the earlier space. There was something called the Nuremberg trials. And the Nuremberg trials was what happened after World War II, where they basically prosecuted what at the time was something new called war criminals. And since then, there's been the Geneva Convention, and what that basically is done is it's basically told people if you're in war and you use chemical weapons or you use some weapon that is extremely vile, that you will be judged after the war is over. They made that precedent set then, and if we can get these people who put this out here and we can actually do a Nuremberg 2.0, that means when this happens in the future dictators, the future warmongers, they're going to look at that precedent and be like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't actually mandate this in 2075. Maybe I should just make it whoever wants it, because oh my God, what if they Nuremberg to me like they did back in the day? That's why this is important. It's not just to honor the people who lost their brothers and sisters and God forbid their kids. It's not just for that. It's for the future generations that have not even been born yet. We have to make the precedence that if you do evil to this extent, you will be judged no matter what. That precedence has to be set.
I agree with you. They're going to do it again. They're already running these drills. What is it? Something contagion. I forget even what it was. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, John Hopkins. They're running the same drills just like Event 201 that they did before they launched, man. And so we have to demand justice, or they're going to do it again.
No, it's not going to work as easy as last time. Not even close.
No, not even close. As a matter of fact, if they do something similar this time as they did last time, I will make sure my family gets out of this country first, and then we're going to play a different game. No, we're not doing that shit again. I didn't follow the restrictions last time. I still did whatever the fuck I wanted. I'm not taking their poison, and I don't know how you guys feel, but I'd rather die on my feet than live on my fucking knees. I'm not sure if that's the case with the people in San Francisco. So
Well, Gary,
I think that was pretty. I think that was pretty good, guys.
That was good,
I think that
man.
was pretty good,
Those knee
man.
pads, man.
I feel the same way. I've been awake to these since about 2014. I want to say when I had kids, I had to do my research about am I going to give them or not, and I figured out no, because I did a bunch of research, read a bunch of books about it, and figured out that all of it's not just this or scam, honestly, and they poison you, and they have a bunch of really bad side effects. And people should look up the drug insert, and you can read the
Yeah,
ingredients.
yeah, we're way past that, sir. That's the conversation you would have had 18 months ago. We're way past that. Now it's try to get these people accountable. I think the first thing that needs to do is we the people of Twitter, we start demanding that people who are promoting get suspended or at least silenced for a certain period of time. That's how this starts. We need those small victories first, and then when people see that these little victories are happening on social media, then it will start snowballing, and then we can start looking at politicians. We can start looking at the mandators. We can start looking at a lot of things. I mean, personally, I believe if you have the large social media influence and you were pushing the, I think you should be charged with murder or at the very least manslaughter.
They pay. It came out. The government paid all these a
Oh
bunch of
yeah,
influencers to push it.
yeah, 100%. And if that's the case, these influencers need to be locked up, and their ability to promote on social media needs to be taken away, because the people who trusted them, the people who put faith in these people, whoever the social media influencers were, they sold them out the river. And people need to be held accountable. I'm going to keep saying it every fucking day until the rest of this year, and it will manifest. People will be held accountable. I told people in 2020, I know the pendulum's going to swing. Stand, just keep standing up to these people. And I remember 2020, first time I didn't go to the NBA Finals. From 2015 to 2019, I'm with the Warriors. Every finals they go, I can travel with the freaking team. I'm not saying I'm going to go on the plane with them, but I can get in any game backstage, do whatever I want. I don't have to pay for shit. And I did that from 215 to 219, and I didn't do that in 220 because it was the bubble. And in 2021, I couldn't do that because I wasn't vaccinated, and the people in the NBA knew I wasn't. So I was told if I go, I would be escorted out the building because they know I'm anti-vax. In 2020, during the NBA playoffs, Mark Cuban, the owner of the Mavericks, threatened to call NBA security on me because he knew I wasn't. I mean, there's quite a bit there, my friend. Quite a bit.
You remember the guy from the Jazz? What was it, Gobert? He helped basically launch the COVID psyop. If you remember that, he had a press conference and they said he tested positive and he was touching the microphone and all this stuff. Do you remember that?
No, not really.
I remember it because I remember him, the celebrities, right? And it was Tom Hanks. He was in, I think it was Australia, and supposedly him and his wife got and hyped it all up for everybody to be afraid, And so, to me, all these people are part of the psyop.
Okay. I don't disagree with much what you're saying, but I don't think that you have the most charisma out here. So we're gonna go to someone else, and I appreciate your time, my friend.
Right. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Who's next?
Up next, we're gonna go with Nick. Nick has been sitting here for a minute, and then we're gonna go with this other hand raised up with Ace, and then we're gonna go with It's Kid Leo because he's had to come back up. I think he was having issues, but yeah, Nick, you're up next. Then we're going with Ace. Then we're going with the Kid Leo, so people understand the rotation. So Nick, go up.
Ladies, gentlemen, can you hear me?
Hey,
Loud
Gary,
and
what's going
clear.
on?
Hey, how's it going? Gary, thank you for hearing me out. Thank you, Wise Cat. I just got a quick question, and just to be a little bit on, I guess, the side of the group here, I'm against it also. I had to jump through some hoops in my job, faking the passport thing to keep my job and whatnot. And I was able to do that. I was able to keep my family away from it and all that. Um, I just got a quick question for Gary. I've been diving kind of into the numerology and astrology, and I know that ancient societies have done it for they've been involved with astrology for a long time. So I know that there's some correlation to the metaphysical world and everything else around us. Now, how have you ever heard of the Strauss and Ho generational theory?
Explain.
So it goes every 80-year cycles. There's like every 20, so there's 80-year cycles, right? And then every 20 years, there's like 4 generations, right? So then it basically goes into saying how people have amnesia and we tend to forget the things that happened before. And a lot of the cycles, I guess, kind of repeat itself, whereas like war, famine, genocides, things like that, just because of the fact that people lack sense of awareness of history. They lack the sense of like, being present at their own time and understanding the, you know, things that have happened in the past and how we prevent that in the future. I feel like the age of the internet, anybody here that was, born in the year, less than 1995 could understand that with the internet, came the era of information and everything else. But like I guess it's very overwhelming. I see it personally in young people that they get persuaded by these characters like Andrew Tate and whatnot, whereas I feel like his content should be more used for entertainment purposes. And I get like you say, Gary, for example, I agree with like 80% of what the shit that the guy says, right? And yeah, I retweeted some of his shit, whatever, just because I like the points and I think it's entertaining. But to go as far as like defending this man or this or that, like I can't. You know what I mean? I don't know the guy. I don't know who the hell he is, and maybe it's because I've been alive longer than the young people that follow him, and I've had many more people screw me over in my life, I guess. So that I kind of grew a thicker skin and kind of see things in a different way. But my basic question is like, does that correlate with numerology? Whereas like there are these cycles within our society,
Yes.
and how these cycles like affect
Yeah. Yes.
basically future endeavors that we may have personally or that we have as a society itself. You know what I mean?
I said yes. It does 100%.
Awesome. And then the second question, I just wanted to be a little bit selfish, and I apologize for that, but I wanted to give you my birthday and see what you can tell me about this year.
What's your birthday?
May 19th, 1990.
Didn't we just have another May 19th in here?
We did, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
They
Young
just
lady.
they come in packs. So May 19th, 1990.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're stubborn as hell. You're
You're right.
also she was a horse too.
Yep,
She was a
I'm a
horse
horse.
just like this guy. That's interesting. So horses are stubborn as hell. You know that you gotta watch that. But if you're asking me what you are, you're a 7 in life path, which means you're extremely intelligent, which means you're also a loner. So you seem like you have pretty good communication skills for a 7. I think you're pretty good at arguing. Definitely have a little bit more in you than the last guy. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna make it, you gotta make it by working smarter, not harder.
I agree. Thank
Cat,
you
who's
very much for
next?
that.
All right.
You're
Thanks a
welcome.
lot, Nick, for coming on up. Up next in rotation, I did say the rotation previously. Ace, you're up next. Go ahead.
Hey guys, what's up, man? Hope everybody's well and having a good New Year so far. I just want to ask Big G if he can give me some advice for this New Year coming in for and I'll give him my birthday.
Are you, sir?
No,
What's your birthday?
September 29th, 1995.
Yeah. You're 8 life paths, and you're also born on the 29th, which is 11. So you judge yourself by how much money you got. If you don't have too much money, you probably think pretty shitty of yourself. If you have,
That is so true. As sad as that sounds.
I know it's not sad. You're 8 life path, and that's how it is. And there's, pretty much 50 to how much there's like 100 million other 8 life paths. So that's just how they are. My advice to you, my friend, is don't go too low when the lows, and don't think you're the god when the highs come, because you're gonna get a big bag. It's gonna come. Can you keep it and make sure it stays with you? That's the question.
Gotcha, man. And also, I just feel like you're doing like really good work out here, man. Like you're just spreading a lot of wisdom, and you could really charge people for your time and like something
I
like this,
do. I do. I
you're
I I
still
I,
you still
char-
do
I
it for
charge
free.
people. I charge people up to 800 for 30 minutes. But I also want to teach people who are poor too. Not everyone's got money, and if that's the case, um, I'm not just going to be a rich whore for rich people. So I will talk my talk because I enjoy persuading people that I'm right and they're wrong. And my system, my belief system, which is actually kind of an insult to call it a belief system because it's actually a factual system. My way of living is more efficient than anyone else's. Not because I'm hitting the gym 10 times a day, not because I make more money than everyone else, but because my shit covers everything. And the sooner the world realizes it, the sooner the world will be a better place. And I would love to say by the time I go that I have enlightened enough people where this world is truly a better place when I left it than before I came. I think I can do that. I'm cocky enough to think I can do that. Now, with that, you're going to get a very arrogant, a person who's not going to show much humility, a person who's going to talk down to people. Um, I'm going to be more controversial than Tate and Sex and Trump combined because I'm a numerologist and astrologer. But at the same time, I'm going to do more to change society's outlook than possibly anyone else. So we'll see how it goes. Um, we start now. We start in 2023. We go hard now. Um,
Can I ask you one last question if you don't mind?
Make it good.
So, I know you know your stuff, and like I've been watching you like talk on this topic, for a while. So I want to ask you like a serious question. Do you think like us, like me and you or our kids will ever have to like deal with or ever be in a situation where like us and China will like really have serious beef, and then they'll be
Of
on our
course.
grounds.
Of
They'll
course.
they'll be on our grounds to like try to like
I,
attack
I,
us.
I mean, it's all possible. I
So
would
you think
hope
that's a
not,
chance
but
that we could deal with that, or
I
our
think
kids?
the chance that America and China go to war in the next 20 years, 25, 30 for sure. Probably about 98%.
That's crazy.
Why is that crazy?
Because I just feel like if that happens, it's gonna be a lot of destruction, man. And like also
Hey,
China has like I feel like China's cool with Russia, and that's gonna just like it could be really
well, why,
bad for
why,
us.
why do you think we're at war with Russia right now via NATO? They're trying to take out Russia before they go to war with China, so Russia can't help them.
Gotcha.
All right. Up next, it's Kid Leo. Kid Leo, you're up next. Go ahead.
What's up, Gary? What's up,
You,
Wise
you
Guy?
you better be funny and entertaining with a name like Kid Leo.
I had a kind of more of a deeper question because, like, I know that you talk about this being the Matrix and that religion isn't like necessarily real, and I'm just curious, like,
No, 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 no. Fuck all that. What color is your Brigada?
oh God, I don't have one of those yet. But
Nor should you ever. I'm about to make a tweet. Everyone in here, do me a favor and retweet it. We're gonna have some fun. Go ahead, sir.
so I'm just curious, like there are times like I kind of believe what you're saying in that sense, and I'm just curious, like in times of need when people need to feel like they need to talk to God or to pray or call on their ancestors, or like what do you say, like I guess I don't even know how to ask this, but like what do you suggest?
Who do I talk to?
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it.
My fucking self.
So even and I hear that and I agree with that, but even in times of like, is there like like I don't know if like angels are considered in.
I won 10 NBA finals in a row from 2007 to 2016. I call it the biggest comeback in NBA history in 2016 when the Cavs came back from 3-1 to beat the Warriors. In 2017, I put a bunch of money on a team that didn't win. I lost $500,000. So what do you think I was doing? Praying to God? That doesn't help. You know what I did instead? I hustled even harder, and I got out of that shit in 6 months. Other people would have jumped off a fucking cliff. That was a substantial amount of cash to me even 6 years ago. I don't give a fuck about that shit now.
Okay,
Does that
cool.
answer your question?
Yeah, not what I expect. I mean, I didn't really expect anything, but that's definitely a good answer. So appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Who's next?
All right, up next we have Chris, and then we'll have Sugar Plum Princess. Chris Cavallo, and then Sugar Plum Princess. You're up next.
Thank you so much for allowing me to come up, man. I've been waiting, and I found you through Maze. Like I met Maze a few days ago, and then got into another space and heard Gary speaking, and I was like, wow, this dude's really like on point and knows what he's talking about, and clearly well versed. Um, and I've had a kind of a unique life, and I've only given my time of birth to one person ever because I don't really believe in this stuff. But I shouldn't say I don't believe in it because that would be false.
Hold on, sir. I don't even get to pop your cherry.
Well, I've only ever told one person ever anything like my birth date or even listened to them because she was very well versed too. So I wanted to ask you the same thing because she gave me or she used a terminology that I don't understand. Um, so I'm hoping maybe you could clarify that for me as well.
I can try. What was it?
She used the words double Lilith. She said that I had a double Lilith, and she was like, "That's extremely unique," and some other things, and I just don't know what that means.
Fuck all that dumb shit. What's your birthday?
April 15th, 1990.
April 15th, 1990. All right, you're on the 11 life path, okay? Just like almost everyone else who's a speaker here, you guys are eager to learn this stuff. 11s are extremely old souls. I will repeat this: extremely old souls. You're extremely home and family oriented as well, and stubborn as hell. So again, listen, those fucking terms they give you, people make shit up and want to make them seem as important. I don't care. I fear no one. I will tell the truth. That's why I take my pride in. I always tell the truth, and because I fear no one. And you need to understand that most of these people are frauds. The people you're talking about, double Lilith. I want to know what she makes a year. I bet you she's making probably a fucking under 50K talking dumb shit like that.
She doesn't. Her main career is she's like a big project manager for cannabis companies in
I
California
see.
now.
I see.
When I met her, she was working there in Vegas. She's like a really tall goth chick. But
I gotcha.
she was quite smart. She'd been doing it for years and years. That's why I even,
That's fine. Was she making enough to make a living off it?
she didn't do the astrology stuff for a living. It was just a
Because
very
she
deep
wasn't good
passion of
enough.
hers.
Because she wasn't good enough. That's why.
I don't disagree with you. That's why I'm asking you, man, because like I was like, wow, this dude
I'm
really knows
telling
what he's
you.
talking about, and
I'm
he's really
telling
on
you.
point. And
If they're not trained by me, they're frauds.
I love it. So the reason I wanted to ask some of that is because I have a really big
And hold on,
year ahead of me. Go ahead.
and you punk ass conservatives that are fucking talking down to me. I'm the only one you have. All the other numerologists and astrologers who aren't in my group, they're fucking liberals. So it's either me or them. Decide. Go ahead, sir.
Thanks. So I got some big projects for the community. I spent most of my time since I get out of the military, working
Next
for
year is going to be horrible.
non-for-profits.
Next year is going to be
Um,
horrible. Don't start any new projects next year.
so okay, so then better yet, then Gary, what am I supposed to do? Because it's direct mutual impact for my community. And you know,
And the direct mutual impact in the community would work better even in 2024. So if this is that important, it can wait because I'm telling you, there's going to be significant economic problems. The same way I went to, tell people in 2008 that you better cut back, you better not build that new building because you're not going to be able to finish it because of the economic crisis coming. I'm telling you the same thing right now. Um, whether you
so I
whether
should
you
keep doing
choose.
like the groundwork and the grassroots of like meeting the people, the
There
networking and
you
those
go.
things, or
There you go. There you go. See, you're a bright one.
well, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I try to be very humble and try to be more of an educator than give my
Why?
personal opinion.
Why are you humble? You broke?
Um, no, I'm adopted and I come from a good family, and I'm very focused on what's important to me, and I try to stay more educated and give less of my personal opinion on things because
I
you
see. So
know,
let me stop you right there. Do you think what I'm doing right now is important?
yeah, I most certainly do.
Okay. Um, I've been doing this for a while, but you probably found me recently, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How'd you find me? What app?
On here, Gary V told me to finally get plugged into social media. I came on Twitter, been a little bit more active lately with following like the FTX collapses and all this other stuff. And the other night you were speaking on Andrew Tate, and I was just like, wow, I just gravitated towards your knowledge, and I was like, wow, I really need to like
Okay.
get in contact with this guy.
I feel you. When I start talking about Tate, I completely usually attack him. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, is it safe to say I'm probably doing spaces now to get clout off him going and wearing handcuffs?
No, I would say that if what I've made a reasonable deduction is that you're clearly were involved in this space and involved with him prior to this, and you're just speaking the truth and you're trying to
Or-
make people aware of it. I don't think you're clout chasing. You're just doing what you
No,
do.
no, no. All that stuff you said is true, but I am also clout chasing. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, I think there's a difference between clout chasing and then using momentum of actually, like making awareness and stuff, right? Like doing the right thing. I think,
I'm doing it the right way. There's no
yeah,
doubt
yeah.
about it. I'm not lying to people. But
Agreed. I don't think
what
you're out
if
here beating a dead horse. I think you're actually still trying to bring, uh, awareness.
what if I told you that one of the reasons I'm doing spaces and doing all of this other stuff is to basically um, put a foot on this guy's neck. So basically to get revenge.
Um, I would say, if you're asking my personal opinion, I believe that revengeance has no place in our heart, but I do think
Good,
there's
good,
always
good,
room
good,
for
good, 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 good,
justice.
good, 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 good. That's exactly what I wanted you to get at. Because I wanted people to hear that. And now I'm going to tell you is you also said you think it's a really, really good thing what I'm doing.
Correct, because I think there's always room for justice and bringing
Okay.
forth the truth. And
So
um,
what if I told you the main reason I opened my TikTok account, which has about 250 million views, which has almost 300,000 followers, was to attack Andrew Tate.
I would say that you clearly feel that you're morally obligated on some level to bring awareness
Okay,
to
that's not the
things.
answer. That's
You
not the
know,
answer
I
I was
mean,
looking for. You just said revenge is morally wrong, but you also said that I'm doing a good thing. So I'm telling you, I started my TikTok out of revenge to go after Tate. And
right.
because
Well,
I did that,
I
and
think that.
hold on, let me
Yes,
finish.
sir.
And because I did that, other people benefited and they got knowledge because of it. So I'm going to ask you again now with those premise. Is revenge a bad thing? Because look how many people benefited. And we're talking about 250 million views. A lot of people got opened up to this knowledge because I'm a vengeful person. So I will ask you again, is revenge a bad thing?
Well, I like to use the term revengeance, not just revenge. And I think that when it's positively directed, that sometimes that type of motivation can be useful, but it's the long term revengeance that people allow to fill their soul and bring them down a dark path that can be like negative for just us
That
as
that
human
that
beings
that
and our
that
bodies
that
long
that
term and
that's
stuff.
that's again not what I asked you. I asked you that I opened up my TikTok as revenge against Andrew Tate, and because of that, it's easy to see millions of people have actually benefited from the message of understanding what numerology and astrology is. So I'm going to ask you for a direct answer, yes or no. Is revenge a bad thing considering how many people actually got exposed to knowledge? Yes or no?
I mean, in this instance, just I mean, just no, because I mean, like I said in a like
There
quantifiably
you
before,
go.
you know,
There
if
you go.
you
There
know,
you go. So
anger when
basically,
directed in the right path and the right way can be productive. You know,
there you go.
in the right path. It's when we allow ourselves to be overcome by it and we start, hurting people or whatever. But you're not doing any of that. You're
Correct.
bringing awareness, and that's why I love it, man. Thank you for like bringing me up here and thanks for engaging with me. A lot of people don't,
Of course,
always engage with me or ask
I
a
want
personal
to engage.
question.
I want to engage, and you are engaging back, and I thank you for your time. But I'm going to point out that I told you that you said revenge was a bad thing, and then within 10 minutes of me having an argument and me presenting it away, you went 180 degrees the opposite.
No, I would say that you
Yes, you
actually
did. Yeah, no, no, no,
engaged
no, no,
me.
no,
A
no, no,
lot
no,
of
no.
people aren't.
Hold on. You'll get your
Okay.
chance. I'm basically saying that I presented an argument in an articulate enough way that you agreed with my point and you changed your original answer. Yes or no?
I would say that I articulated more deeper on my original answer
No,
because
I
you
said I
asked.
did.
Wait,
I
wait, wait,
said
wait,
I
wait.
did.
Correct, because you went below the surface. A lot of people are not below surface people. When you just say, revengeance isn't good for us, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. But you said, well, look, man, but what about when it's utilized or it's, I did this, and you asked me articulated questions to allow me to go in the deeper knowledge of what my personal beliefs were on the way this energy that or these emotions revengeance or vengeance or revenge um, can be used as humans in a positive way, and how it also has a negative effect and negative entropy and can cause negative health
You
effects
sound
on us.
you sound good, but you're not making the most sense. But you sound good, so that's good. That's the most important thing, that you sound good. My friend, I enjoy talking to you. I hope I do it again sometime, but we have a lot of people on here, and honestly, I'm getting DMs telling people to move on. So I will listen to the people. Happy New Year, brother. Kat, who's next?
Happy New Year. Thank you so much.
All right, we have over 40 requests right now. So this, again, I'm getting DMs as well. It's nothing personal. We got to get people into this space to ask your one question. Don't make it 100 questions. One question and get in and get out. All right. So up next we have Sugar Plum Princess, and then we're gonna go with Ron.
Hey, I want you to put Billy in here. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put Billy in here myself. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't see a
I see
Billy.
him. I'm gonna invite him to speak. My man, definitely has a few things to say. Okay, who is next?
Sugar Plum Princess. She's got her hand up for a while. Then Ronnie.
Sugar Plum Princess. Happy New Year, girl.
Hey, Happy New Year, Gary, Kat.
Oh, I always remember you. You're the one with the sweet voice. You ever hear the saying, the bigger the smile, the sharper the knife?
Oh God, I have a big smile. That's
I
not
know you
good.
do. I know you do. What's up, girl?
Good, thank you. I hope all is well with you guys. Quick thing. So I'm just another 11. Today's actually my birthday.
Happy birthday, girl.
Thank you. Thank you
Well,
so much.
hold on. You get a birthday present. Cat, give her a month of GG33 Academy.
All right, Sugar Plum Princess, hit me in the DM.
Oh no. Oh no. Listen, I came to tell my failure story. So I really admire and commend the previous girl that convinced her family not to take the. I am one of the few in my family that did not take the. But my mother is a 33 life path, and she has incredible ways of influencing. And I just felt like a failure. And yeah, I'm amazed. I'm amazed. I showed them records. I went back to, their crimes, to Pfizer's crimes specifically, and I failed. They still took that thing, and I was so hurt by it.
You tried. I'm proud of you for trying.
Yeah. And I did want to ask you, what do you recommend me? Like, is there a duality in being 11, in an 11 life path? Like,
What's your birthday again?
so the 2nd of January, 1997. Is there duality as in maybe I have no charisma?
No, you have charisma right now. You just put a good joke in there. What are you talking about? You don't have charisma. You're just too sensitive.
And I think that you're also under restrictive circumstances. I think you're talking quiet because you don't want to keep anybody up. So you're kind of restricted right now as well. Is that true, Sugar Plum Princess? You can't wake anybody up?
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't think you lack that. It's just that you're under restriction right now.
No, I can hear it in your voice. No, you're definitely an 11. I can hear it in your voice. That sometimes when you're born in the second, you got to build up the courage to actually do public speaking. I can be tall, but unless I know how to actually shoot, doesn't matter. Um, you have the potential, but unless you put in the work, it is what it is.
All right, Gary, are we gonna let Billy speak right now, right?
Yes, I want Billy in here.
Billy is right now. Billy, welcome to the Spaces, man. How you doing? Hey, Billy, I don't know if you can hear us. I don't know if I'm.
Oh wow! Hey, yeah, no, I just noticed that I got pulled in. I just been listening to what you guys have been saying. I don't remember how exactly Gigi came across my Twitter, but I've been following them for the past couple of weeks or so, and I was just listening to your conversation about the like I've always been strongly against the mandates that have been put on the people, and I recently ran for office and tried to stand up against them as well. So I just was listening in. I wanted to hear some of the discussion you guys were having, and I didn't know I was being called up to speak.
Next time you run Billy, if you ever decide to do something like that and you sound like a conservative, am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And next time you run Billy, reach out to me. I will help you in any way I can.
Well, I am running again, 24.
Okay. So whenever you make that official, whenever it's time for campaign season, feel free to reach out. I'll talk to you privately, and I will tell you what I think you can do to win your campaign.
Interesting. All right. I'll shoot your DM.
I'm all about helping conservatives, my friend.
Excellent. My kind of guy.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now I recognize Billy. Billy, I seen one of your videos like a year ago, man. You put out some good content. Now I recognize exactly who you are. So yeah, Billy.
Yeah, I put out a video that went pretty viral about the and how the government has carried out several tests on the American public, especially on the black community. And it was like all over Fox News and a couple of other places.
Yeah, I saw that one, and I think you did some on the history of the Democratic Party and how the black vote. Great content overall, man. So now I definitely recognize who you are because I didn't know who you were at first, but now I was like, yeah, I didn't forget the videos you made. So good content, man. Keep doing
Billy, what's your birthday, Billy?
October 15th, 1989.
Okay, you're a snake. You're also a seven life path. Makes sense why you're a conservative. So knowledge is extremely important to you, but metaphysical science like numerology, astrology, it'll come easy to you. It'll come easier to you to understand because of your metaphysical energy. You're also, want to be a service to the people because you're born on the 15th, 1 in 5 is 6. So that's where that comes in, where you want to actually do things and you want to help. You probably feel the same way I do. You might say it in a more eloquent way, but you probably want to hang these people, put this out there just the way I do.
Yeah.
Sounds good, brother. Let's keep in contact and let's actually make these people accountable next time around.
All right. Pleasure speaking with you.
Sounds good, my friend.
Thanks, Billy.
Kat, who's next?
All right, Ron. Ron, you're up next.
I'd like to ask a question about influencing the matrix, and I'd like to provide an example. I'm not very knowledgeable about all of this, so I appreciate this space and providing the education opportunity. So, for instance, I took a software engineering course for 6 months, and it was 6 days a week, 11 hours a day, and I microdosed the entire time. And previously in my life, I required a lot of sleep, at least 8 hours. And during this course, I could only sleep maximum 6 hours a night. And after that, I can only sleep 5 to 6 hours a night now. And I feel very rested all the time. And previously, my research had been that that was kind of like impossible to do unless it happened naturally, like with age, because older people sometimes can't sleep as much. But yeah, my question is about influencing the so-called matrix using substances like cannabis and psilocybin.
Cannabis and suicidal. What did I miss?
What'd you say? What'd you say, Gary?
He said something about cannabis and being suicidal.
He's saying influencing the matrix with drugs I take it. I'm sorry, I was passive listening. I was thinking some character over here behind the scenes. But yeah, say that again, Ron. Please repeat what you said.
Can you use substances such as cannabis and psilocybin to influence the matrix? And my example was using psilocybin during a software engineering course for 6 months, and it allowing me to now I only need 6 hours of sleep, where previously I needed at least 8 or maybe more.
I've always needed like 5, 6 hours of sleep, so not sure I'm a good example when it comes to that.
Yeah, so previously I had spoken to a friend who was like that, and I had done some research, and I kind of discovered that it was impossible to augment yourself in that way. And then during this coding class, when you're coding that much, 10 hours a day in groups of like 60 people for 6 months long, you literally have dreams of coding while you're sleeping. And I was microdosing the entire time, at least 4 to 5 days per week. And that was one of the outcomes. I just wondered if anybody had any information on that.
Thinking you go to a dream expert.
Thank you very much. Well, I really appreciate the space. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Kat. Let's get someone interesting up here.
All right, Telcom XL. What's on your mind, Telcom?
Hi guys, thank you for having me on. Happy New Year to everybody listening and to you guys, the host. I'm very happy that you are doing this and bringing attention to the crimes done by these people pushing the narrative with my mother almost died. She actually did die. They had to resuscitate her for nearly 20 minutes and bring her back. She had a widowmaker caused by a blood clot by one of the. And
I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
yeah, she's doing great. Thankfully, she's doing great now, considering that what she went through. My dad, who also unfortunately got having all type of neurological problems now, and we're still trying to figure out a way to help him. But you know, um, I second with the lady who spoke a few minutes ago. I tried everything I could to talk my entire family out of getting these damn things, and I failed. You know, I no matter how much documentation, information from other countries, studies, everything, it wasn't enough to to break the propaganda pushed on them. And so I'm very appreciative that you're doing this. Um, right now, I'm in a tough spot because I was in a head-on car wreck a few years back, and I've been busting my ass to try to get healthy again. You know, I was told I wasn't going to be able to walk again. I can walk now. I was told I can never be able to work again. I'm getting to the point where I could be able to work, not doing what I've done before, but doing now. And I'm just searching for some type of purpose and wondering how numerology and hacking the matrix, so to speak, can get me to a higher place successfully, financially, physically, mentally. And ideally, I'd like to get to a spot where I'm successful enough to, uh, inspire and provide others with proper treatment that have suffered traumatic brain injury like I have and found ways to recover from it.
What's your birthday again?
My birthday is 10 October 16, as in sweet 16, 1981.
That makes sense where you got into that accident. Um, what happened to you in 2021?
2021.
Assuming that was a tough year.
The last few years have been tough, but I can't recall something specifically in 2021. Um, I was a partner in a business, and my partner took off with the money and screwed me over.
Ah,
I don't recall if that was 2020 or 2021. I think it
gotcha.
was. I think it was as like was starting or right before like the lockdown started. If I'm trying to recall, and my apologies, my short-term memory isn't the best, but it's something I'm working on.
Mine isn't either, but I smoke a lot of weed.
But I appreciate you guys taking the questions, and I don't have a lot of money, but I would like to learn more about this numerology, and like I said, learn about more about hacking the matrix, for lack of better terminology.
You
And
know, if you had a cute voice, like Sugar Plum, and it was your birthday, or if you told me that you actually did save people, from the, I give you a scholarship, but for you, my friend,
well, I did save
you can't.
someone who flipped their car once, but I wasn't able to save my family from getting the unfortunately.
If you had better debating skills and articulate skills, you could have saved them. But listen, I'm not going to be mean to you. Fuck it, cat. Give him a
What was that? How many?
scholarship for
What
yeah
was that?
for a
Say
month.
that for Telcom.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to give GG33 a scholarship away. What the fuck? GG3 Academy. Stick him in there for a month. Let him have fun.
Okay, I'll give him a
Hey
month.
guys,
Thank
there's
you,
a really
Gary. I
bad echo
appreciate
right
it.
now,
He has
by
a
the way.
reverb. Telcom, I have to drop you. I think we have a reverb coming from you.
We have a echo in here. That needs to stop.
Yeah, hold on. I think it's from Telcom when his mic is on. Yeah, it was him. So
Okay,
Telcom, we'll get 1 month of G33
he's
Academy.
gone.
Hit me in the DM. I'll take care of that.
Let the dragon lady talk for a little bit.
Yeah, Paloma.
Hi, Gary. Hi, everybody. Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I wanted to talk a little bit about religion. Some people brought it up, and I can relate because I grew up very religious. And I just want to say that the only reason why religion even works is because you believe in it, right? That's the first thing they ask of you when you walk into a church, to believe. Well, right after they ask for your money, they ask you to have faith. So really, we hold the power. If you didn't believe, or if you don't believe in God, then He does no miracles in your life. Supposedly, that's what they tell you, right? So you need to have faith. Again, the power is ours. So that's what Jesus meant when He said, God lives inside of us. That's what He meant, that we are in a sense, like our own gods. We manifest our own reality, you know, like in this world. That's what it also says, like we were created in God's image. Same thing. So it's just taking the power away from you and giving it to some sort of deity. I don't know exactly what it is, but yeah, I just wanted to
When
give
you
people some time.
pray, you become prey.
So yeah, it's the age of Aquarius. So um, I guess we'll see that type of religion die down, and it's time for a better, more, I don't know, logical and spiritual type of religion, a new age religion, I guess.
The new
Or
age religion. This might be it.
yeah, no, for sure, for sure. And also about the psychology too. I just want to say you are 100% right. I mean, learning your numbers and yeah, really seeing how they manifest in your life. It's like looking in the mirror. It's literally the best psychology advice, whatever anyone can give you. It's gonna tell you the good, the bad, no matter what. And you know it's real. Like you just have to face yourself, you know? So I just agree with that.
100%, girl. All right. You did well. Who's next,
Yeah.
Kat?
Up next, we got Tune. Who's up next?
What's going on, bro?
Tune, whatever. Yeah, go ahead, Tune.
Yeah, no, I'm not vaccinated, but I try to convince my family not to get it because my mom is a teacher, so she didn't really have a choice as of like no way around it because she doesn't have like the income to not go with it for to keep her job. You know what I'm saying? So there wasn't really a choice there, but my parents, they wanted to go on like a family trip, and well, my parents, so just them two, and so my dad had ended up getting it too to go out of the country during quarantine, and I literally was like in tears crying when I found out because I'd showed them a whole bunch of stuff, like I just didn't have a good feeling about it. They ended up getting it anyways, so you know that sucks, but yeah, anyways, I had a question. So I saw the
Are you
video of you.
are you gonna have kids?
I plan on it, yeah.
Then
I'm
the
only 30.
bloodlines, then the
Yeah, I'm
bloodline's
30.
safe.
I just want to say, man, this shit is so
Okay,
crazy,
cool.
bro.
Yeah,
Like
and I'm the only son
everything, bro. I've been doing
or the
my
only
first day doing Gematria. I
male
got all
sibling,
four
so
teams, right? Boom.
yeah,
I
I
did it on
kind of
Christmas
gotta.
Eve. I got everything prepped, bro.
Only
And I just
smart one,
I
that's
just
for
want to
sure.
take it fast, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying. So yeah, I saw this video of you saying like Tate was born in a certain year of the something, and the year that you said he got famous was the same year. Well, I'm born in 1999, year of the rabbit, and so is
No,
this
no,
year.
no, no, no. You're born in 1999. You're the cat.
You're a cat, just like me. You're not a rabbit.
So why does the internet say that then?
And because the internet lies to you, they also told you to go get the vaccine. You're gonna listen to them on that too.
Yeah,
It also told you Joe Biden had the highest amount of votes in history.
100%.
You're right. You're right. Okay, so it's Year of the Cat, but so is if Year of the Cat is this year on the 22nd, right?
Correct. And you should do well in the year of the cat because you're a cat.
Okay, and is there any difference if my birthday falls on the 22nd or no? Does that mean
I,
anything?
I mean, it would mean something different than being born now.
Okay.
All
All right.
right.
Thank you, man.
I mean, even
All
though at
right.
this
Time
late
for
hour,
listener.
we still have 40 requests at this late hour. We have 416 listening. That's Gary. That's amazing.
Yo, Grant Cardone, where you at? You
He's
got
listening
a
on the
quarter
burner.
million followers. You can't pull these numbers, chump.
I mean, he's on a burner right now. He's definitely listening on a burner.
Punk ass dude. Man, I hate these fucking blue check marks, man. They're so fucking counterfeit.
I want him to come on into one of your spaces. That'd be great. Like, hey, come on, Gary. I want a 10x your life. I want a 10x your life. Come on in.
Yeah, okay. I'm allergic to scams.
Cardone University. And what I do? I built 7 businesses from the ground up, and I now teach you how to run it right here. Let's check this out. This right here is a $100 bill. See, cash is trash. And what I want to say is, though. Anyway, I'm out.
You're good, Cat. You're good, man.
All right. Up next, we got Trax or TRX11. Go ahead.
Yo, hi Gary. I asked this question before. I just wanted to know what's the correlation between
being an Aquarius in the age of Aquarius, because I couldn't find any information on it.
Well, this is the first time in human history that if you take all the billionaires, that there's more Aquariuses than any other sign. That's never happened before. It's usually the Capricorns or Taurus or Scorpios, but now you actually have Aquarius is second. Aquariuses are leading pop culture. Aquariuses are leading the charge when it comes down to how this planet is changing. The sea levels is rising because of the age of Aquarius. There's quite a few things that are going on. And lastly, Aquariuses don't do well in relationships. And I think there's more divorces now than any time in human history. So, yeah, it's there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, but personally, I don't do well in relationships. So, yeah, that's it.
You guys listen to me. I had a speech impediment when I was younger. And I was not a good public speaker. I learned. I put in work. People got to do the same thing. Listen to Kat. If you would have listened to the guy in April, just shit sounds like a different dude. This cat right now, man, he's got some sharp ass claws. So again, got to put in work. Am I saying anything that's not true, Kat?
No, you're not. And the thing is, that what's that 10,000 hour theory? You get what you put into it. You can't cheat the grind. Of course, there's gonna be people that are somewhat better at what you do, especially if they're a 3 life path, born at 12, the third. But you have to put in the work. People say, "How do I get better at spaces?" Why don't you run more spaces? Oh, I never really thought about it that way. But it is
I
what it
know. It's funny.
is. Yeah, it's like I guess common sense isn't common. Salvador, go ahead. You're up next.
Hey, how's it going? Gary, Wise Cat, it's a pleasure. So I have two questions, if you don't mind me asking. So one, my birthday is August 17th, 1988. Just wondering sort of what you believe the future holds. And
August 26, 1988.
no, August 17th, 1988.
August 17th. Okay. 88. Gotcha. So you're a 6 life path. You're home and family oriented. You're always helping out other people, things like that. And you should be somewhat of a homebody as well.
Yep. It sounds about right. And then second question I had, I don't know if you heard about John Ramirez, but he's an ex-CIA dude. He had an interview, I'd say about a week or two ago, and he talked about 2027 being a year where supposedly there's some, secret information that hasn't been released to the public, but basically saying that something or someone is going to make something. There's going to be a big reveal in 2027, and I don't know if you have anything to comment about that.
2027 is the 11 universal year. I could see something like that happening. It's also the year of the goat, so they might not expect violence that year. So I could see that as well. Lastly, I mean, it's possible. I've heard things of that similar nature before. But if there's going to be some antichrist or something like that, you know, he hasn't taken my classes yet, so guess he's not ready yet.
Did you hear about something going on specifically in 2027, or just?
I've heard the date 2027.
Okay, interesting. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Gary, like you said it best. It's nothing like false hope. People.
I
Remember
know.
what's his name? Linwood. That account kept saying arrests are coming. Trump's
Yes,
going to be
yes, yes.
reinserted in the middle of the year. Trump's going to be reinserted into the
Yeah.
this Q stuff. Is like, really seriously. Anyway,
I remember when the people, the hard right wingers, turned on me because I said Q was a fraud.
yeah, and that turned out to be true. None of that shit happened. No one got arrested, and we still have Joe Biden in office. Illegitimately.
The usurper.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I don't want to turn this into a super political space. That's more of Gary's, anti. But you guys get what I'm saying.
He's
Let's
a
see.
fucking usurper. He's a fucking usurper. And I'll use the same term they fucking used in Rome. He fucking stole it.
But like you said, Barack Obama's a smooth criminal.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so I think everybody up here speak. I'm gonna let up some more speakers. We got Castillo coming in. We got Corey. We got Mr. Gray. We got Bobby. We'll let Castillo talk first because he was let up first. I know it's a lot later right now. We still got 40 people still trying to speak. Even then, even while I let in all these people, so it's just wow. Keep up the good work, guys. It's really going strong still. 431 listening. All right, Poetic. Whenever you're ready, you can speak. I don't know if he's having. It shows he's up here, but it's not letting him connect. I don't think. So yeah, Poetic. When that work gets worked out, you have the mic. We're gonna go with Mr. Gray. Whenever you're ready, go ahead, Mr. Gray.
Hey, Kat and Gary. How you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, I just had a quick statement. Next time you're in spaces with Grant Cardone, I was in a space. It was pretty disrespectful to you. Ask him about his class action lawsuits currently going on.
Listen, Grant Cardone is a smooth talking con man. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. That was what I had to say. I thought that was pretty disrespectful. So that was pretty much it.
Much appreciated.
All right, up next we got Bobby. Bobby, go ahead. I see you got your hand raised. Bobby?
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bobby.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Hello? Yeah, yeah. Hi, Gary. I'm French guy. I have a question. So, I know many people
Fuck
who was born.
Sirkozy.
Huh?
Fuck Sirkozy.
Okay. Uh, I have a question. I know many people was born like me in 1989. People have many struggle. They are always fighting for success or for making achievement in life. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
when it comes to snakes, they're either the top or the bottom of the food chain. I'm a snake. I'm living well, but there's a lot of snakes who aren't because they're lazy as hell. Lazy to the point that they don't even want to do anything. That's not a winning formula.
Okay, but you have an advice to break this thing,
Break what?
this struggling,
Struggle.
because
Why do you
yeah,
think?
because
Do you think someone put a hex on you, sir?
maybe I don't know why, but every
Okay.
time
So you think someone put a hex on you? Tell me. Was it your ex girlfriend?
no, I don't think no.
Okay.
Maybe
So who could have put a hex on you?
maybe a member of my family.
Why would a member of your family try to hurt you?
Maybe jealousy. Maybe because
All right, we're losing listeners right now at an alarming rate.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, man?
yeah.
Cat's job here is to be like the secret service agent, and he's not just that. He's also an assistant. And when the numbers keep going down, Cat tells me, and it's time to go, sir. I appreciate talking to you, Cat.
All right, up next we got Semi, and then we'll go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And I want you people to understand who are listening. If you don't like the guest, feel free to be vocal about it, man. I'll give him the hook. Only person you're supposed to like in here is me.
Yeah, the DM's like, drop this guy. So now we went from 450 to 428. And still dropping. So anyway, Semi, let's see.
Wow.
Um,
Okay. Who are
yeah.
you?
So it's my I'm
My friend introduced me to you last year, and I was just really blown by your stuff. And so I'm born May 11th, 2001. Life path number one. I'm a snake, and most importantly, I'm not vaccinated. Um, I just want to ask you: is there any advice or any pointers you can give me that I should look out in the coming years?
Plan everything for 2025.
Okay.
That's going to be your year where everything goes your way.
Okay. Actually, what's crazy is my dad went missing on a hike in 2019, and that was my enemy year. And yeah, so yeah, I know that. I know 2025 is supposed to be my year, but is there any particular areas of business or any areas of like industry?
Did you ever find your dad?
Sorry, what was that?
Did you ever find your dad?
Actually, he went missing, and then we found him 6 months later. He was buried under the snow.
Wow. So I'm assuming he passed.
Right. He went hiking.
Wow.
But just like how you said earlier,
So
I can expect.
I'm not here to tell you what to do in life.
Right.
I'm here to tell you when it has the best chance of success, and whatever you're planning has the best chance of success in 2025.
Right. And do you find it crazy that I lost my dad the last month my enemy year was ending?
Not really, sir.
So that was just predestined to happen?
I've been doing this for 20 years. I've seen a lot of stuff, my friend. All I can tell you is nothing you've told me seems out the ordinary to me.
Okay. All right. And my life path number one, that all adds up, right?
I mean, people who are ones, they tend to be opinionated. Just by talking to you, I think that's the case.
Right. Yeah. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Yes, sir. Let's go to Castillo.
Can y'all hear me?
I
Yeah,
can.
we can hear
What
you.
is going on?
Yeah. I don't know what happened that last time. I was I was just thinking about listening to all the assassination stories and how they like felt with their family. I mean, I just wanted to say like people shouldn't really beat themselves up about it really because it's just people fall under influence heavily regardless. Like like a personal story of mine was that when I was in Brooksville. I was locked up, and there was this there was this incident where it was an outbreak of hepatitis C. This is like 2000, early 2000, early 2019, no, early 2020, right before COVID happened, and there was a outbreak of hepatitis C, and everybody in the cell in the prison had to get, and I didn't get. And like they just started freaking out. They just started freaking out. Like this nurse, I just got to the place, and like the next morning, the nurse they called me up, and they wanted me to get. I was like, hell no, fuck that shit. I ain't getting. And like the nurse just started freaking out. I could like feel her energy and shit, and like she just started wilding out. And man, I had to go to fucking medical. I had to be like in solitary for like 90 days and shit. It was crazy. It was just that wasn't even COVID. That was just hepatitis C. So when COVID happened, I wasn't even around for that, and I could just only imagine how like people flipped out when in regards to COVID. So yeah, y'all shouldn't feel bad. I mean, it's just that be good, be thankful that you have a strong mind to resist such uh force that comes against you in regards to these because they will put pressure on you, no doubt.
All right, I don't know if Gary's still with us. We are now down to 425. We're just dropping, like, I don't know what's going on. Paloma, maybe you can reinvent the room. Go ahead, Paloma. What's
Well, actually, I had a question for Gary. Maybe you can answer it though. Um, with the whole like weather changing, and yes, they can control the weather and stuff. Yes, we're in the age of Aquarius, sea levels rising. But a while ago, he posted about them trying to flip the poles. What was that about?
So yeah, when these days we have the gender bender stuff. You got men thinking they're women and women thinking they're men. So that's all about population control and getting the population down to a certain number. When you cause a pole shift, there will be catastrophic repercussions for that. So that's why he tweeted that out.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
So,
But if you know how like the hollow earth theory and like the vortex, I thought that's where the poles were. So how could they
well,
switch the
let's
poles?
think about this. Okay, we're in a simulation, right? Human
Uh-huh.
consciousness is a simulation. So if you have men thinking they're women and women thinking they're men, don't you think that will be a really detriment to the system if you're thinking the opposite of what your gender is, what you were born as, what your imprinted gender is? Don't you think there will be some kind of manifestation on the other end that would be catastrophic? On the other, like you have nature, right? You have things that are natural and things that are
Yeah.
unnatural. And
You're going against the
think,
natural order,
yeah,
is what
think
you're
about
saying.
what
So
you would
like
do
it just
to that.
disrupts the order.
Yeah, think about it like in video game terms. Think about what it does to the game. Like you have people that hack the game. Well, in this way,
Hmm.
this would be a hack in a way that it's not supposed. It's against. I mean, it's what the programmers want, but at the same time, it wasn't meant to be that way. I'm not trying to give you word salad here.
Okay, now yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, and you were talking Hollow Earth as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I was under the impression that the poles were where like it went in or whatever. So
yeah,
I just didn't
yeah.
understand how the poles could shift
Well, I mean,
and what effect that would
you
have. But I guess
well,
we're the ones affecting the pole shift, not the other way around.
even the Hollow Earth, this still is a simulation. Even on that other side where
Mm.
those advanced beings are, it's another part of the game. It's still within the simulation in this physical reality. It's still a part of the game. They're still in the matrix.
Okay,
Does that make
that makes
sense?
sense.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
take that.
we're down to 413. I don't know where Gary went. He probably fell asleep
Yeah, I'm
right at
sorry, it
that.
didn't help
This
much.
might be a space where Gary fell asleep in the middle of a space. I think we're at that moment right now. It's
It
two
is
fifty
kind of
four in the
late.
morning, 3:54 in the morning, and I mean if you're in the West Coast, what is it? What is it? 150? What? Uh,
It
11,
is
12:50,
3:54 over here.
Yeah, then you gotta. It's late. It's really really late.
Yeah.
We're down to 409 right now. So I guess we'll get these last
Damn, my
people out, and then
bad.
I'm gonna bounce to
Okay.
something else. Yeah. Soon as the rooster came in, of course, when this enemy is about to come up, he's bad luck all over the place. All these roosters, bad luck. No, but anyway, go ahead. I think B Rad was next. Then we'll go with Jess. Go ahead, B Rad. What's on your
I
mind?
just wanted to ask Gary a very simple question. Is there any significance to the number 1111?
As in, are you seeing it all the time, or are you
Yeah,
just?
no, that's sorry. I didn't give you the context. Yeah, it was to a point where it was like
It's like an upgrade.
that's
Like, yo, did he broke like the last? They
born
saw
June
it.
19th, 1984. I don't know if that means anything.
No, it's
Yeah, say
just
that one more time.
elevation.
Because
Well, go
he
ahead.
broke up for me. So, can you say it one more time, B Rad? What context were you seeing it in?
I moved away from my hometown and went on the West Coast, up in Canada, just road here. And yeah, no, that's when it all happened. When I took the big, I left the comfort zone and came to British Columbia. It's just like weird. We're very amazing
Yeah,
moment.
okay. You're breaking up really, really bad. And yeah, so we can barely hear. We don't know if it's the Wi-Fi issue or if it's McDonald's Wi-Fi, but you're breaking up really, really bad. It's kind of choppy. But I will say this: when you see a master numbers like that, 11, 11, 22, 22, 33, 33, the universal thing we like to say is you're evolving. When somebody who can see that, it's something that's always been there, but now you can really see it consciously. You're an evolved soul. When it comes to other numbers, specifically like something that doesn't occur for most people, that's something you have to find out what the pattern is behind it. So, for example, when I see 1011, I know my brother's going to call me because that's his birthday, October 11th. I know he's going to call me or he's in danger. You have to figure out what those patterns are within the matrix when you see it. So, whenever you see it, figure out what you need to do in that situation because you'll see a pattern of what you'll figure it out. What you need to do when you see that number. So, what you're thinking, what you're doing at that time, and then log it out, and then you'll know exactly what to do when you see that. But when it comes to 1111 for sure, a lot of those master numbers, that means you're evolving, you're an evolved soul, and you actually have a soul. Definitely recognize that.
Cool.
Gary, definitely. I know there's a lot of background noise. I think Gary, wherever he is, he's by a rainy window or something. But that's what that noise is.
Gary is not the fuck out, probably.
Yeah, Gary. After that last blunt, what's that Justin Timberlake song? It's just a TKO, TKO. All right, Melee, you're up next. We're gonna finish up these last people, then I'm gonna bounce too. Melee, go ahead. Emily, I said Melee. Why did I say Emily? It's late.
No,
It's late.
You mean Miles?
I joke.
no problem, man. I appreciate it. So I had two quick questions for you, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
And if all your questions you guys have for Gary, write them down. And for the next spaces, he probably does keep it logged in for later. Go ahead.
Awesome. Yeah. So something I've always been curious about is, do you think it was done on purpose for, many people to go through huge milestones like, graduating high school, starting college, all when they're 18, which is typically their enemy year? Or do you think that's just pure coincidence that,
It's
that's
just a coincidence. No. It did it on purpose. When you graduate high school, when you get certain licenses,
yeah,
like 18 during your enemy year, it was set up on purpose to take for most of us to take an L.
got it.
That's why when my future kid, when he gets his license, is going to be 19 or 17 or something. Nothing with 18. Nothing. Again,
Sweet
with high
16
school,
for a reason.
it'd be really hard. I'll probably have to hold him back or make him graduate sooner to avoid that 18. But again, it's done on purpose for us to take. A lot of stuff we do in life is done on purpose. But like we say, the truth is hidden in plain sight. A lot of truth, even if it is evil, it's still hidden in plain sight. And yes, 18 is not a good age for any of that stuff. I would even argue 19 because we talked about 19. That's not public information. I would think 19 as well, even though it's not in me or energy. There's just the 19 itself. But I would do it probably 17 or 20 if I was in charge of things. But that's just my take on things.
Got it. And just
Yeah, definitely on purpose. There's no coincidences.
got it. Just this last question here, and you kind of answered it a bit in DMs, but just for some clarification. So, my birthday is April 25th, 2002, which is a 6 life path, right? But how, I understand that if you add it with the 25, it's a 33. So is
Yes,
that,
it'd be a partial 33 at most.
got it. Okay. So
Because you could do the 25 or the 2 and the 5 in the middle.
got it. So is there a way to really tell like what part of it's partial? Or is it kind of just, mostly a 6,
Well,
a little?
yeah. Well, are you more of a home and family oriented person, or are you more of an outgoing, influential person? Are you somebody who's more of a man of the people, or more of a person that rather stay home and watch Netflix?
Got it. Yeah, definitely the latter for sure.
That's a rhetorical question. Once you answer
Yeah.
that, you'll know which more of the vibration you are, and I think you're definitely more of a 6. But again, I don't know you personally. I've never seen you before, but I'm just looking at the numbers. I'm not a psychic. I'm not a magician. I'm not a wizard. I just look at the numbers, and wherever the energy leans toward, we just read the numbers. That's all we do.
Awesome. Appreciate you, man. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Saint, go ahead. We're gonna clear out the rest of these requests, or not all of them, because there's like 28. But we're not gonna clear out the people up here. Go ahead, Saint.
I appreciate you guys keeping the show going. So I'm a Life Path 3. I've been listening to a bunch of these spaces, but I haven't heard anyone as a number 3 before. So I was wondering if you could shed a bit of light on that.
Yeah, there's been plenty of 3s in previous spaces, but 3 is the number of communication. Communication begins with C. People who are born under 3 energy are very childlike. Childlike begins with C. People with childlike energy usually age like a fine wine. So compared to your peers, you age like a fine wine, and also you will have that childlike energy towards you. People say, "Oh, grow up. Why are you still into this? Why are you still collecting these cards?" Right? That's just a part of your energy. You look at a guy like Tom Brady, born August 3rd, still playing in the league. Still has that that boyish charm to him, even though he's in his mid-40s, still playing at a decent level. That's how the 3 works. Okay, so when we talk about letterology, like I just mentioned, even just looking at words that begin with C or L, you can tell what your energy is in itself by doing even your own research on the side. So yes, letterology is a part of numerology, and yes, that's what 3s are: communication, childlike energy. And when you were 3, the main thing is you want to work on your voice box. People are naturally going to be drawn to your voice. You'll always be able to make friends very, very easily. If you even look at before society beat you down, before your parents beat you down, when you were a little baby, you go up and talk to strangers. That's what 3 energy is. When you have that child energy, easily make friends. And it can be annoying to a point where you have people talking to you that you don't even want to talk to. You just naturally have that charismatic childlike.
Dude, that kind of got me fucked up. I don't know how much you guys know about astrology. I've been getting a lot into like the spiritual knowledge and the I'm really glad I got into numerology as well. I've been focused on something called Chiron in astrology, which is like the issue that happens to you the most in life. And I found that like it it affects like I have an issue where I get manipulated by people. Like I can be trusting and I can be naive.
That's me.
And I was wondering if that has to do with the three
Yes.
aspect.
Because if you're a
So
Definitely.
is,
child, right? If
Hmm.
you're somebody who's younger, right? Because listen, you're talking about a new form of astrology. Again, I don't even know. I've never heard of what that is. But
Chiron?
again,
Yeah.
yep,
That's a real
yeah.
thing.
But
Hmm.
I go ahead, Castillo. Educate the class. I'll just
No,
sit
no,
back.
no. Chiron is no. It's in the natal chart.
it's
That what you talking
serious.
about? But you probably received those experiences because you are three, in fact, and what you don't. Three is a number of like Kat says, communication, but it also deals with creativity and criminal activity as well. So you can, in a sense, it's like a trickster type of energy. So if you don't like make it work for yourself, it can definitely work against you. So just keep that in mind.
It got
Yeah,
me
I thought
fucked
he
up,
was
man.
talking about. I thought he was talking about a new form of astrology. So yeah, I didn't
Oh no.
understand the accent was no in the chart. I thought you were talking about a new form of astrology that somebody was just unveiling. I'm like, no.
I wanted to mention one more thing, if you can also touch on that. So, my birthday is on the 27th of March, 98. So, I'm a year of the tiger. But this year of the tiger has been like, I got my ass kicked. Like, it was a fucked up year.
Yeah, you were also.
Um, like I had one of those like really bad
I'm
situations.
person.
I got out of a
So
abusive relationship, all that, and like I was just wondering because Gary would say that like your year is supposed to be a good year, but I looked up online and like your year can actually be a curse. So I was wondering what you
okay,
guys think about that.
I don't know where you got that curse stuff from. I don't know what website you're looking at. Everybody has good times and bad times. Just because something bad happens doesn't mean you're cursed or you're hexed. The average person is that thinks they're hexed is not hexed because not many people even know how to do proper magic to begin with. And also, you're in a 9 year cycle. Most of 2022. So every time your birthday comes around, you enter a new personal year cycle. Everyone goes through different cycles depending on what their birthday lands on. You are in a 9 personal year cycle. When you're in a 9 personal year cycle, that's usually about endings. So usually about caregiver unfinished business. That's the main thing about the 9 personal year. So ending relationships, ending friendships. That's how it works with nine. It's the endings. So you want to tie up loose ends and finish up projects that you started. You're in a nine
Don't
personal
hold
year.
on. Don't hold on too much. Don't like take the pain too much. Just move on.
Yeah, and also for all the people still listening, 354 people, 9 year cycle is a terrible cycle to start a relationship in. You make sure you start it before or afterwards. If you get married or engaged in a 9 personal year cycle, you might as well invite your divorce lawyer to the wedding because you're not going to be married that long. That's how it works with the energy. So
So
keep
like
that in mind.
9, 18, 27.
So when your birthday hits, so the day of your birthday, that imprints for the whole year. So
Oh shit.
March 27th, 2022, just let's do the math here. So March 27th, 2022, add from left to right, you'll get nine energy when you reach it down. That's for a whole year, imprints for the whole year. That's what you're in
Oh.
until next March. Until your next birthday, that's what you're in.
Oh damn. Shit. All right. I appreciate the info, man.
No problem, man. It is what it is, man. We out here talking numbers, man. Y'all be in that weirdo shit. We talking that real shit. We talking numbers. But anyway, it's the last guy, Stunt. Go ahead, Stunt. Great talk, son. Great way to end the space. I wish I could have picked. I could have picked anybody who was better to end this space than Stunt. Never could have picked anyone better. All right,
Perfect.
so guys, thank you for coming to the spaces. I'm going to drop out. It's probably going to fade in listenership because I am the co-host, but now there's no one else to co-host it, and Gary has fallen asleep. But thank you so much for coming to the spaces. This has been a G33 production. We're gonna have to drop everybody out of this and let the space die on its own. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.